And welcome back to Arcrise. There's a boss right back here.
Oh,
God.
fucking right in the middle of town. What an asshole.
This is Elizabeth.
Okay.
This is, yeah, it's one of the dolls. That sword, I want it.
Does she just like say hi to the passing civilians?
I guess. She just hides in the corner. No one sees her though.
Apparently, according to the icon, she's a spooky ghost.
Yeah.
Is she the level 1 shade?
If by level 1 you mean level 71 with 202 HP.
Just get rid of the 7.
200,000.
Just get rid of the 7 and that'll be right.
She is actually fairly quick. She's the shorter of the two we're gonna fight in this video. These are the last two optional bosses, by the way. She's the last one that gives a weapon, and then the other one was the one I said I might not do, but I ended up getting it to spawn, so we end up doing it. It's, we'll get to that. So Elizabeth here, she mainly does dark magic, and Jack is dropping. We'll bring him back in when he comes back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I bet she's like, I can levitate tea. Ooh, spooky.
Spooky. And I'm like, give me that tea. The sword.
I can't tell if that's. I'm not kidding. I can't tell if that's a fucking tome she's riding on, or if that's a suitcase.
I think it's a briefcase, yeah. Suitcase, briefcase. She does have access to a bunch of different magics. I forget the exact ones. Let me look it up real quick. What is her page, her information?
Sword is badass, but I don't quite understand the cup of tea.
Oh, well, the other dolls have teas, or cups.
Oh yeah.
She uses fire and lightning spells. So that would be fire, water, and wind.
Uh-huh.
So come in resistance, mostly fire if you're using resistance, and add... Oh, did I do that right? Wind... Lightning... Lightning is wind and water. Yeah, so come in with fire, wind, and I guess some earth, because she also has some dark spells towards the end.
Oh.
So yeah. Yes, I'm doing that right.
Rastan, stop clipping. This is like, or was this?
Ow.
It was Rastan and Cecile that were clipping through what's her name.
Her sword.
Yeah.
Let's watch each other's backs, yeah?
Get out of here. Go scratch somewhere else. Jesus Christ. She does have Master Mage, so sometimes her magic will have a boost.
Yeah. I didn't notice that the flashy, the more flashy version of that spell was the one with those weird symbols start appearing like over the other symbols.
Yeah. It also does 2 hits instead of the
Oh, yeah,
one.
because first it's the initial eruption, and then it's like the aftershock.
Yeah.
We'll finish them quickly.
Stop clipping. Instead of attacking you with the sword, she throws the fucking cup at you.
Yup. Great. Go! Just go sit down somewhere, Beans. Come on.
Those are fucked up priorities. I do like the sword though. I like its design and the way it looks.
You okay?
I'm like a bajillion % sure that's the actual design of the sword you get for Lark.
Oh baby.
Don't take my word on it though. But yeah, for having so much HP, she actually goes down fairly quick.
She doesn't look like she could take a lot of damage.
Yeah, no. It's really...
She's definitely one of the smaller super bosses.
What? Go on.
Stay on guard.
Go on.
Oh.
Go! Go, Beans. Okay.
The joys of owning cats.
For pets in general.
Or pets that you don't actually own, you're just kind of stuck with them.
Yeah. I don't know any of these animals, actually.
Well, it could be worse. Steve could still be there.
Fuck Steve.
Steve has been returned to where, from whence he came.
Yeah, if she came.
Whatever.
Remember. Whatever it is, it's not even the girl anymore. You got its private parts sucked out.
Am I too popular or what?
What, you like exploded or something?
Yeah. It's fixed.
When was this?
Oh, that was like back when we got it.
Oh, okay.
Stay on guard.
It's just she's a fake.
Yeah.
Let's go all out.
It's okay. No one likes her.
You okay?
Actually, I learned biologically, you either have to breed a female dog at least once,
Seal.
or you have to spade them, because apparently, if you don't,
They go into...
they get like, no, if you don't, they can sometimes develop cancer.
Oh.
It's a weird, a weird biological side effect because of the fact that in general nature, animals are supposed to breed, but because, say, you don't get your dog bred, it causes some weird, like, effect in their body, and it actually sometimes develops into cancer if they don't have any babies. Which I think it's something to do with the hormones because they haven't had children or they haven't been spaded, which obviously if you get rid of that kind of thing, like especially in male dogs when you neuter them, without that they don't produce like testosterone anymore, so that's why they kind of act differently when you get them neutered. It's kind of the same effect with the females. It's just a little bit different.
Here I go.
You hear that, women? You need to make some babies so you don't get cancer.
It's not the same for humans.
My thanks. Let's watch each other's
It's okay.
backs, yeah?
That was me with your biological lesson.
Dr. Justin.
Um,
Dallin Sweezy.
it's not, well, it's not really like, I'm, what do you call, now I can't even think of the word. I'm not exactly the best source of information, though, for everything, but I do, know a bit about anything biological.
Oh. You have to know a bit of everything if you want to kill people, I guess.
Well, that is true. I mean, if you, the more you learn about them biologically, the more weak points you can pinpoint.
Here I go.
Or you could just do what I do and just burn them to death. I mean, at that point, it doesn't really matter.
I guess.
It's like, well, I didn't really hit anything lethal, but you're just kind of turned into a crisp, so it doesn't really matter in the end. Although that's the lazy way.
Not so fast.
It's also the noisy way, because they tend to make a lot of sound.
That's why you punch them in the jugular. Always go for the jugular.
Beware.
Silent.
Oh,
Silent.
Beans, did you react to the word jugular? Are you going to crawl into my lap so you can get punched in it? Come here, Beans. Nope, not anymore. Alright, lay back down.
Looked at you. That's my fetish.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm just going off nonsense, you know. This is what happens when you spend like, let's see, how long has it been? Fucking since Arkwright started.
Good to know.
since the channel started.
Literally.
Fuck.
Ow.
Ow.
Wait for aid.
I love how Rastan doesn't have any kind of like concern in his voice.
Stay on guard.
Wait, we'll help.
Not as good as the best piece of voice acting in the entire game. When Cecile punches Nico.
Wow.
It wasn't even like that, it was like, gah.
Yeah.
Like that exact monotone. Fucking stupid.
My magic can be spent.
That's Nico for you.
Not so fast.
1.
I
Oh,
want that one.
Justin's dying. That means I have to talk now.
Okay. So what do you want to talk about?
Oh. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I kind of ran out of things to say for this boss,
Bad feeling about this.
so
Is
I don't
this boss the whole video? No, it's not.
no, there's 2.
Something's amiss.
But this is it. Like I said earlier, this is only this optional boss, and then the other optional boss, and then we go into Always Dungeon.
Oh my god. We're so close.
Progress. And then Always Dungeon has 5 sections to it.
That's a lot.
Each one ends with a boss fight.
So it's like
So there's 5 bosses maps.
it's like 5 weeks of videos.
Yeah, something like that.
Do or die.
Probably. And then we've got
Stay on guard.
2 fights after that
Yeah.
in the arena, and then we're done.
Still won't be done till November.
Probably.
That'll be 3 years. Like,
Hey, at least this section went by faster than I said it, than I planned.
Cecile.
so it might be earlier than November.
Yeah. So like, cause before it was like sketchy around, I don't know,
Do or die.
because I didn't know how long each boss fight would take me.
Mm-hmm.
So I like gave each one
We'll
like
finish them
maybe
quickly.
an entire video to themselves or 2.
Gonna beat you
But
up
I got a lot of these down. I got the last 4 down into 2 videos. So that's 1 week.
Oh, stupid.
You need the time.
My video has still been playing.
Okay, good.
I usually don't stop it in case I do manage to come back.
All right.
I didn't when I dropped.
Yeah, I figured because you didn't ask for the time.
Well, I find it more productive that way, so that way nobody has to stop. Unless we're literally at the end of the video, and then that's pretty much the time where I just kind of give up because we're already pretty much done with it.
So what are you drinking tonight,
Bad
Landon?
feeling about this.
Rat piss.
Nice. What kind of
Miller
rat
High Life, the champagne of beer,
piss?
So,
premium brewed.
I've, I'm probably the stupidest person ever right now. There's actually a reason why I was suffering so much. Apparently, according to everybody else, because I wasn't actually keeping track of it, I haven't drinking water in 8 days.
You okay?
Justin.
Play it safe.
So I am slow, actually, quite literally, slowly dying.
He's killing himself.
Justin,
Oh yeah, this boss has like an absorb type attack.
drink water. Don't kill yourself.
Because that would explain why my heart feels like it's having a heart attack. Because it's
You don't feel your heart when you have a heart attack.
well, the general chest cavity is in pain.
He's feeling angina. That's a word.
Basically, so to speak, it's probably because
My thanks.
that entire area is like drying up, and it's like, yo son, you need to drink some water or I'm gonna die. So I was quite effectively killing myself for the past few days.
GG.
Well, all the soda you drink, it has some amount of water in it, so that's why you're not dead. But you can't live off soda
No,
forever.
you can't.
Not-
You,
Not
I may not
well.
last
It's
long.
not it's not a replacement water.
No, it isn't. But
you will kill yourself if you only drink soda.
eventually, but he's drinking like soda, just kept him alive, I guess. For
It's
time being.
it's a slow death.
It's your life support.
So how do you guys feel that I've actually slowly been killing myself?
Yeah?
Oh,
I'm a little concerned.
What that
I'm slightly indifferent.
What you're concerned with the fact that I have the potential to kill myself because I just don't pay attention?
Yes.
Is it sad when a guy who doesn't really do anything outside can still kill himself because he doesn't pay attention to his water intake?
Oh man, we got 5 bosses.
There's 4, and 3 of them are mooks that we're gonna instantly kill. But for this guy is a pain to spawn, which is why I put him off till right here. In order to actually get him to spawn, you have to kill exactly 7 enemies. Not in battles, but like just like the outer shell in the outworld, the overworld type deal. You have to kill 7 enemy, 7 enemy groups, and then he will spawn. So what you have to do is in the first area, because he's in the second area close to where you fight out. So in the first area, you kill 7 enemy mooks as you go to him, and then the next area, you walk up to where he is in the back. And if he's glowing yellow and he's black, then he will, then that's right. If not, it's a normal mook. And he loves to put you to sleep.
Wait, so there's a condition you wouldn't know unless you go ahead of time.
Yeah, unless you know the condition, or you just get damn lucky. You can fight him before you fight Alf. So, I'll say that. When you fight Alf in the Verct Skywalk, you can technically fight him first, but it's highly unlikely that you will.
He'll probably kick your ass.
You okay?
No,
Must rise and fight.
well, maybe a little bit. I am also somewhat over level for all
Well,
these.
that's why I said he'll probably kick your
You could take him down a little bit, a couple levels lower than what I'm at. So
Well, that's what I was saying. If you're not landing, you might actually die. Because I'm pretty sure he's stronger. Well, actually, I think it's guaranteed that he's stronger than Alf.
let me take a look at
Am I too
like
popular?
what his level is compared to Alf, but it also has to do with the actual skills they use. So like I said, Clyde and Dinos are far more deadly than Alf was.
Stay on guard.
That's because mook control and sickness and fucking critical for days.
Crits and block defense for days, yeah.
And
This guy can't put you to sleep, so this guy is
Good to know.
level 63, so like you could see there. So he is 3 levels over Clyde, but he has a weakness to wind. So that's one thing. Alf, so he's 2 levels over Alf, but he has about 30,000 less HP.
I don't know why, but it reminds me of those beetle things from Pikmin next to the Bulbor. The spots.
Okay, yeah, no, I can see that.
It's just, I got Pikmin on the brain.
Stay on guard.
Jack, have you played Pikmin 3 yet?
Nope.
No.
Feel bad.
How could you do this?
Because he's lazy.
That-
Just like how I haven't played Rayman Legends.
That's my shtick.
Oh.
Beat you up good.
It's okay, no matter how many games he puts off, he can never out-lazy me.
It's true.
You okay?
Yeah, it's true.
I mean,
Combo attack.
for one thing,
Prepare yourself.
it's quite difficult because I'm liable to kill myself first, so
You left no
Oh.
I don't think he wants to die.
You have my thanks.
And on top of that, I just don't feel like doing anything. There's being lazy, and then there's just not caring about anything.
It's okay, Justin. I care about you.
Gotta look sharp here.
When your parents die, I'll take you in and nurse you.
What?
Why is it that the first thing that I thought of when you said nurse was like Justin sucking on your nipple?
That would do nothing, but okay.
Justin, until you can afford your own water, I'm going to have to breastfeed you.
Healing you up.
to afford water.
Yeah.
Cecile.
Apparently, this is evidence that Jack has fan fiction of that.
Oh,
You okay?
He,
you have
he writes,
fanfic of us?
Jack writes fan fiction of Gaming Stooges.
Oh.
You know what?
delete.
Considering the kind of content like we just talked about everyday life and all the random shit that comes out of our mouths, he probably took something off of that.
I could, but I haven't.
Not yet.
And I get the feeling the really freaky shit will be about me.
Oh.
He's just using some of the shit I mentioned as
We'll
ideas.
finish them quickly.
For some reason, yeah, I thought this is that's fucking what is it? Raystones or other enemies. I was like, wait a minute, did you just kill them all?
Yeah, no. They don't respawn, luckily.
Yeah. I keep forgetting Raystones are just kind of like more of the background.
For the most part. Yeah.
Well, unless they fucking
No.
fuck you over. Then they need to go.
Oh, I should mention, this guy does drop a weapon for
Lightning strike.
Rastan. It's obviously not his ultimate since we already have that, but it's the Caladbolg.
Here I go.
Bog.
I don't think I've asked this. Why is it that when you attack a Raystone, they do a move that could be interrupted by an animation, but when you attack an actual enemy, they do an uninterruptible animation?
It depends on how many times you attack.
Oh.
So if you only attack once, it can be interrupted, but if you attack 2 or more times, it does sort of that little uninterrupted cutscene.
Yeah, the combo.
So most of the times I'm not going... Yeah, the combos can't be interrupted. Beans, get the fuck off me! Alright. But, so... Because with Raystones, I usually don't want to waste too much AP.
Yeah.
On destroying them. Because they're going to be instantly destroyed regardless. I,
Good to know.
just do the one.
Okay. So, single attacks will always just be like your typical, like, kind of like attacking animation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, so the things on this
Do
weapon,
or die.
it has, Auto Bless is what you can get off of
We'll
it,
finish them.
and inside of it is Taunting and Boost Heal,
Oh.
and then
This is nasty.
Sustentation is the weapon secret. And what does that even do?
You okay?
Because he has 2,
Good to know.
or so
Cecile.
with that control. Nope, it won't tell me what those do. So I don't know what those do off the top of my head or reading.
Oh, okay.
Not so fast.
But it's a decent weapon, I guess, that you get from this guy.
So it's not like amazing.
No, but it does give you auto blast. So at the beginning of fights, you do get blast.
Do or
Kind of
die.
makes me think that you should have fought this guy first just to have that for the rest of the game. Or something.
Well, I don't really need it because auto blast actually takes up. It's a 6 square block. It's a 2x3, so 2 going across, 3 down, which is pretty big. And I just don't have room for that.
The Tetris blocks do not favor you.
No.
So,
For something that can that wears off over time, and for being 6 blocks big, it's not really worth. Like Auto Bless, the Arm Force, having that isn't really worth it. That's why I liked having Auto Bless as an armor piece more, but I changed that for obviously more HP.
so it pretty much, because it's temporary, it you call it, provides too little. Can't speak. Provides too little for the amount of space it takes.
Yeah, but it does affect every fight, so it's useful if you're in not boss fight situations, I would say. Because then you could, like, when you get into a fight, you obviously, if for whatever reason you're doing mook fights and you don't beat, like, the mooks at the very beginning, you get a little extra HP every turn.
So it's better for quick fights than actual full-on boss fights.
Yeah, for full-on boss fights, it's not recommended to use that all the time. I did towards the beginning of the LP because I felt like it.
Yeah.
And I really didn't have the big-time HP items that actually added a lot, because those don't come until late game.
So for your playstyle, you prefer the long-term effect rather than the short-term.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, good for random enemies because they typically don't live that long. Bad for bosses, which can usually outlast it.
We'll finish.
Oh yeah, definitely. But so that's why I typically stick towards things like SP auto cure, auto defend, defend and heal, like heal liquid, and that type block critical, that type stuff.
Yeah.
Because those help my game a little bit more, and they can be used throughout the entire fight.
You know, all these skills and stuff like that, it just sets like a fucking alarm off on my OCD because I know for a fact that's what I'm going to be juggling the most.
Yeah, once you get them. For the most part, though, you just throw in whatever you can to make it fit. And that's why Rastan has res down, even till now, because that's what completes his, like, Tetris block.
You might as well just have everything you can.
Well, you want weapon secrets, because they're useful. So you want to fill out the entire deal.
Yeah.
Like, so there's no reason not to. Even if you put something on that's not super useful, as long as you can complete your block. You get the useful things in there, so he has useful things, obviously. He gets boost heal, he has, one of his, like, the thing that's stuck in there, I believe, is his extra HP. He's got auto defend, so he's got he's boost, what does it do? Boosts, his Excel Axe. So having res down is somewhat useful when it actually works.
Oh.
You just throw in whatever's useful and whatever fills out your block.
We'll finish them quickly.
And that's kind of why I stick to these weapons throughout the entire game, pretty much. I've been using the same 3 weapons for the generally the same weapons setup for almost the entire late game.
Yeah.
Because they work.
The way I play, I don't typically go after ultimate weapons unless they're either on the way, like somehow I can actually get them on the way, or if they're actually not too difficult to get. I typically don't go for ultimate weapons because by the end of the game, do you really need them?
It depends. Like for All-Wise, it's recommended you, if you're using Leslie, then you use her best, because her best gives you luck 100. That's her secret weapon, and then you put what is it, anti-force on it.
Yeah. And
then anti-force will negate a lot of All-Wise's effects, and since she gets that 100 luck a boost, it doesn't matter whatever her luck stat is at the beginning of the fight. It could be anything, and it'll do pretty well.
Oh.
Gotta look sharp here.
So, because luck stat is important, but it's always random.
We'll finish them.
Whenever you leave a fight, it changes.
Yeah.
So.
Luck is all random all the time.
Yeah. but luck, like Cloud's asked before, but I guess I can reiterate for this. Luck does affect the effectiveness of your armed forces. That's the big one, is it affects the effectiveness of armed forces. So, like, if I had a lot of, like, the more luck I have, the more often Rastan's res minus
Good to know.
will come into effect when he does an attack. That's the big thing for luck. And it also affects drops. So, like, the rarer drops, you're going to need luck for, more luck for. Although, to be fair, some rare drops, I've read that people, like, hack the game, and, like, they modded it so where, like, all the characters have, like, an insane amount of luck. Like, max luck plus.
Yeah.
And they still can't get certain items to drop.
Jesus fucking Christ. It's like trying to find a fucking shiny Pokemon.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous for some of the rare drops in this game.
Like, the only other equivalent I can think of there is getting face.
Oh, Jack, help! He's cutting out.
Yeah, I don't know.
You okay?
Fuzzy.
Oh well, we'll never know.
It ends here. Nice. Rise.
For 100 SP, that didn't do enough damage.
You okay?
Though then again, you're supposed to combine that with other attacks, so that's kind of more my fault.
Not so fast. Got a bad feeling about this.
Because most damage from your Excellax are from if you combined and do a Trini Heart.
Something's amiss. Beware.
Trini Act, Trinity Act, whatever it's called.
Fishy.
Mm-hmm.
Up. You
So,
okay? Glad to be of help.
oh. Oh, yeah, look, magic shell. And he puts it on Lark.
Do or die.
Lark cannot be affected by magic. I was like, okay. That's weird. Nope, he's dead. I was kind of weirded out by the fact that he cast that on Lark. I wasn't sure what to do.
Stay on guard.
Gonna beat you up good.
And I believe this kills him, so... Don't worry, we're almost done.
Oh boy. Yeah, I could fucking find out what Comcast is being a Comcast.
Lol.
Will always
Well, that's the final optional boss, so next part, next time, next week, we are going to start the All-Wise Dungeon, and we will talk more about what that is then. So, see you later.
Spook.